Good day and welcome to the program Midday Show, where they come to you live from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM, and the same way so they get you live on the internet on www.radiodemocracy.sl. Me and Adeyemi Jackson, where they bring this edition of the program Midday Show come to you. Like all time, we get plenty news, information, and other things. So continue for the with me for the next 1 hour. The program na Midday Show. Inside the program today, my studio guest this afternoon na Sori Suleiman Sise, we na flag bearer aspirant for the All People's Congress Party. As he did the program today, for can talk about the intention for contest for the flag bearer symbol na the All People's Congress Party, and if he win the symbol, which na in plans for transform the country and the political party where it belong. Good afternoon, sir, and welcome to the program.
Good afternoon, Mr. Jackson, and I'd also send greetings to the people in Radio Land and the one they will watch online.
That time, studio guest this afternoon, when Sori Suleiman Sise, flag bearer aspirant for the All People's Congress Party. As he did the program today, for can talk about the intention and the reason why it contest for the flag bearer symbol at the All People's Congress Party, and if he get the symbol, which it will be in plan them for transform the country. Continue for day with me in the program. You can be part of the program by way you can send message to the number 077-981-981, or you can follow the program live now with Radio Democracy Facebook page and also YouTube page. Also, you can follow the program. Drop your question or comment on the issue we will discuss inside the program today. The program na Midday Show. The program na Midday Show, and they come to you live from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. The program, they continue inside the program. We start for look at issues there. The Director of NGO Affairs and the Ministry of Plan and Economic Development, Eric Masale, say they don't tap, wave, pace, move, and other NGO them not for work na salon because they're not the follow the country law them. A talk this is our interview with Radio Democracy for sake of one press release where the Directorate of NGO Affairs pool for register and renew the license of NGO them for 2026 to 2027 where they operate in the country. Eric Masale talk more to me inside this interview.
Yeah, the previous registration was very, very successful. One, the last registration, we see a start of an online system of registration, a system where organizations they come to we again with the documents them, online they do the registration, and then I go through the approval process. We also see a period where there was an increase in the number of organizations them. We renew the registration, of course we register. Also, we consider them as a very successful period in the sense that during 2024-2025, we'll be suspend up to 20-25 non-governmental organizations that we believe say not they work for the people of Sierra Leone and not they complement government. And we also, during the period in the question, we also deregister up to 5 organizations then, and also investigate 3 of those organizations that we found wanting, and we ask them for stop operations at Sierra Leone.
You mentioned earlier, say, during the previous registration, we see an increase of NGOs that we register. So for last year alone, how many NGOs then will be registered?
So for international organizations, in total, both new and renewal, we register 110 NGOs. And then for the national organizations, both new and renewal, we register 302. So in total, we get over 400 organizations where they operate.
For the 3 NGOs we will be investigate. What will be investigating for an outside investigation?
In total, 5. 2 of the organizations we deregister them because for over the years they're not going for renewal registration. And above all, when we investigate them, we make understand that for the 4-5 years down the line, they not get even an office space. So as a result, we say they're not fit for be an NGO, and of course they're not fit for operate because these are the organizations we call the briefcase NGOs, and they receive resources for and on behalf of the people of Sierra Leone, but they actually implement the projects. And it's difficult for the government to track them. The other three organizations them way they get good funding from development partners, but they don't implement based on the standards we set, and they not complete most of the projects for which we don't give them money. So we get the report from their development partners, and we investigate them. I even set a team we go monitor for see basically what they don't do, everything they don't do. We call them severally, we give them time frame for pay the money. They actually don't pay the money, but we just consider say, well, two of them don't pay the money, but we see say they're not for continue for the business in Sierra Leone. So we ask them for the register them.
Which of the NGOs them you are speaking to?
And no one for call names at this point.
They work for the public, they work for Sierra Leoneans.
Yeah, so when they collect money on behalf of Sierra Leone. There will be a press release anytime from now.
But why now you not go call the names?
We get, for instance, PACE. PACE is an organization where they operate in Abo, but we found one thing for misuse of resources. We get an organization again who they call WAVES. WAVES, they operate at that Kailan axis for Move Sierra Leone, Movement Against Violence and the likes. They bring out around Kailan, then get a lot of resources where they receive from UNICEF, they misuse them, so we don't register them. And as we talk, so we seriously look for the country director, for the executive director, and bring them to book. The one where they talk about, so we investigate currently, we don't see them get things for answer. Anytime from now, we write a letter from ACC for further the investigation.
Well, that's now the Director of NGOs Affairs, now the Ministry of Planning Economic Development, Eric Masale. They talked to me inside that interview. They also say they don't suspend WAVES, PACE, and Move, and other NGO them not for operates in the country because the NGO body them fail for follow with the country law them. The program na midday show in the country from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. As I mentioned earlier, my studio guest this afternoon, Sori Suleiman Sise, flag bearer aspirant for the All People's Congress Party, as he did the program this afternoon for talk about the intention for contest for the flag bearer symbol of the All People's Congress Party, and if he win them, waiting will be in plans them for move the country forward. Once more, good afternoon and welcome to the program.
Thank you very much for having me.
For start the conversation, when you talk about Sori Suleiman Sise, for listeners and viewers out there, we perhaps are the first time this for you about this name. Who that now Sori Suleiman Sise?
Thank you very much, Mr. Jackson. Sori Suleiman Sise, plenty of people and they call me Triple S. Now a development economist. And now also a public sector specialist. We don't contribute over 20 years of in life providing service to Sierra Leone, mainly in the public sector. And over those 20 years, I don't help for set up systems in governance, starting off with fiscal decentralization for ensure say all of the local councils them that the country established from 2004, but also help for put systems in there for let they able plan with them people them. So development planning really for they at that level with the needs then they. And then also now build capacity at that level for able implement the devolved services them, the functions the way governments send to local councils them in education, in agriculture, in solid waste management, in infrastructure, for ensure say with people them that the councils them do that one day. But Triple S also na person we don't work extensively in agricultural transformation as Sierra Leone, working with farmers them across the country for ensure say we help them for increased productivity. That is how much then they able harvest by an acre of land. Ensure say then get appropriate seeds them, teach them how for plant, help them for let them access markets, train them for let them able operate profitable businesses, so that the effort of people that they make not just go in vain. But Triple S do also work extensively in infrastructure for ensure say we get roads them, feeder roads, bridges across Sierra Leone, So effectively, me na person we don't get some deep experience in the way the public sector they work in Sierra Leone. But you know, stop just the public sector. How for interact between the public sector and the private sector as well, and also how for carry development go na communities them. Because I don't work extensively with rural communities them. We include all the leadership, then the chiefs, youth leaders them, the communities themselves. Let them own the development.
Okay. We go look at your political life, but we'll start with your public life. You say you don't work on a different side them and try for set up systems them that them various places and the way you work. To name few, wasn't that some of them places here so where you work and waiting you go point at say as a result of your efforts and contribution able for building system then they how much in system then they don't contribute to the development of this country.
Thank you very much. I will even start from me teaching days. When I come on university for a big college, I began teach now Milton Magai, College of Education and Technology. Later on, I also teach now IPAM. And I always like for mention this because that will be first opportunity for contribute to building the minds of people in Sierra Leone. A number of whom are also now serving this country in various capacities. When you go to the banking sector, because maybe they teach economics and statistics, when you go to the banking sector, you go various sectors in national government as well. Some of those people who were my students initially, they serve very productive roles them at management levels now, because this was many, many years ago. But then when I come out study in the United States and come back in 2004, we've been getting the responsibility for help establish the local councils them or reintroduce the local councils them in Sierra Leone. But most importantly, for develop systems then they for help them for plan with the communities them. And like I say, for help them for budget. And are they part of that first crop we set up the system then for even allocate resources to local councils. And such that Namina be even the first manager where they manage that process for make sure say we allocate resources for development to councils them, but also help building capacity for implementing development projects then they. So over time, you will see say from 2004 to now, about 22 years on, those systems are still there. And they don't weather all of the storms that we will get through 3 different administrations. And then one big contribution where I go say I make to Sierra Leone. But beyond that one day, I will now proceed for also now manage major international development programs them, we mainly financed by our development partners them. Like the World Bank, the British DFID, now I don't change name to FCDO, and some other international agencies them. But what you do yonder, now for able to ensure, like I mentioned initially, for help transform the agricultural sector. Agriculture now a backbone of the economy. We find out say plenty of people them. The counts they can vary, but you go say about 60% or more of the people them involved in the agricultural sector. So it's a very important sector. And part of me work don't go for ensure say we see how that sector they will become more productive, not only for we the consumer agricultural produce, but also for the people that were involved in that sector, like the farmers them, the processors them, the traders them, such that the effort when they put yield something for them. And so I don't work extensively in that area as well. I don't also work in infrastructure for ensure say we get routes them, for able link with communities them to market centers them. And my programs that I don't manage over the time don't help for contribute over 1,300 kilometers of feeder roads across Sierra Leone, and with major bridges as well, where they connect communities them. Okay. So those are some of it, but of course, as we go down the discussion, we'll talk more on that.
You don't talk some of the things the way you don't do in the public life, how much you contribute for building system then they. Are you able to describe the systems and the way you build to present day? You think the systems the way you build to now don't help for shape the country development?
Very well. I mean, very well. I just mentioned that the contributions that we make 22 years ago for re-establish decentralization as Sierra Leone and get fiscal decentralization, we at the first time will be introduced on that 10 day, is still functional. That system they still there for the government able allocate financial resources to local councils. The local councils themselves able lead development planning for themselves and implement projects and functions for themselves. Okay. But beyond that, in the agricultural sector, one other system where I help for build na the agricultural research system na Sierra Leone. I manage the program where na the West Africa Agricultural Productivity Program, na be a regional project, where we implement across West and Central Africa. Where ECOWAS na be the anchor for that project there. We also be financed by the World Bank and the Japanese government. What we've been doing at the time now for look at the entire West and Central Africa and see how we were able improve we capacity for conduct agricultural research and ensure say we get technologies them. We'll call technologies, we get improved seed, we get improved way of planting and managing with farms them, improve equipment for add value to we produce. Because when we do that one day, we'll be able to increase the productivity and also promote trade across the sub-region. As we speak, that system we'll try to establish. During my time managing that program, we established the Gokupo Agricultural Research Center as a center of specialization way for lead mangrove rice research in the sub-region. And today, that center they don't maintain that kind of name day, then they even move towards now becoming a center of excellence. So those are systems that will help for build that capacity so then we will develop technologies, but also now help the farmers them and the processors them for adopting technologies then they.
Okay. Let me look into your political life. When you talk of Sori Suleiman Sise, who that na Sori Suleiman Sise na the APC party?
Thank you very much. Me na a comrade of the All People's Congress, the APC. I can normally say we them born we in the APC already because we families them that they help for establish APC na Putloko Usami born. And we grew up with the ideals of the party. Over time, I'd also contribute from university days right through to my life for support that party day, for help organize, for support them financially, for help technically. And today, at a step forward for vie for the position of flag bearer at the APC with an intention to run under the party in ticket for the presidency of Sierra Leone.
One go want to know like what move you. There are other positions then within the APC party. You get the national chairman position, you get the deputy national chairman, secretary general, and other positions then. One go want to know like what move you for make you go for the flag bearer symbol in the APC party?
Thank you very much, Mr. Jackson. You know, Sierra Leone na a country we deserve better. Sierra Leone na a country where several efforts don't be made over the years. And throughout my work in the public sector, I don't work in systems right from Freetown here, within ministries. I don't work within communities. So I don't see the potential Sierra Leone get. But I don't also see the challenges them where we get as a country. And I realize that one of the key things that we don't missing over time, now for we will get proper systems for turn the efforts that we would make over time to actual result. So if you look at Sierra Leone, you go see say over the years we get plans, we get policies them, we get strategies. But how for turn them plan and they to actual outcomes with the benefit to people them, now they the gap day. And me, na possibly come with sufficient experience in that area day on how for pick up plans, how for look at the problem the way people then get, turn them one and to policy actions, turn them to strategies, and make sure say I also push delivery, let we people then benefit from that. That is what I have been doing all of my professional life. And when I sit down there, I realize, say, who's you go able day for make the greatest impact? Because I don't serve for, like I say, over 20 years. But then, yes, results have been there. We program they would only implement, program they don't manage, very successful over the years. But for let you able to get that success, they transform the entire country, you need for they at a level where that difference they can be made holistically in the country. And that's why I'm running for this office, because I believe, say, Sierra Leone at this point in time, we're there in a condition where we need a different kind of leadership. That leadership where very humble enough for able to relate to the people and understand the challenges and the actual challenges that the people in the face. But also competent enough for able to transform them challenges, then like I say, to policy actions. But also get what it take for work with people them across the board, for lead that process there, for able to turn whatever policy actions to actual outcomes with the benefit from the benefit to people them. And this is where I come with strength. And I believe, say, I will able to contribute at that level.
We can look at how you intend for turning plans and to development. But let me go back. When there are other people who don't vie for the same position or don't show interest for the same positions. You think you're not the right person for lead the APC party?
Yes, like you say, plenty of people that don't vie for the position of flag bearer. And I will tell you, many of those, if almost all of those, are very strong people as well, in different respects. But the reality is, any particular time in life need a particular kind of leadership. And this particular time when we talk about so, it need the kind of leadership we embody the kind of skill set we may get. So yes, I believe, say, there are many more people where they run for this. But Sierra Leone, as it is now, it needs that kind of leadership we me go able to offer.
And you're not the right person for that?
And I believe saying not the right person for lead that process.
What to make you different from other candidates that we don't come much for the same position?
I'm different because I combine a couple of things. Me, when I say we country need transformation, need for pull with people and from outside and this right now and lift them up, I'm not going to only talk because I read in a book. I come from those same circumstances where the majority of the population come up from. Me, I come up from very humble beginnings. So when we discuss the challenges that we people in the face, now challenges that we me don't go through as a person. And God help me move over those challenges. And so I go able to sit on a table and say, yes. If they can explain to me what people they go through for water, or what they go through in rural communities, I understand them practically. But beyond that, I know also just they come desiring to hold the position. And they come, like I say, with experience already, having made efforts to solve those problems practically. And not to any other side, right in the public sector, because government is also in the public sector. If you don't know how to work with sector ministries, you don't know how to work with the private sector, you don't know how to work with development partners, it becomes a big challenge. And that's a difference I come with. Because like I say, me, I not only don't work with communities who say delivery they happen, I don't work with development partners where would they work with for bringing investment or also bring in funding, we go just beyond investment into the country. So I know how to talk that language there with them. But I don't also work in the public sector, working with different sectors. Like I talk about agricultural transformation, or trade. I work with agencies for Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Works, Ministry of Local Government. So these are skill sets or advantages them were kind of unique for blend all of those together. But most importantly, I think say I come with that empathy where I able feel the way my people that they feel. And I able put myself in that position for able bring them along in solving the problems of Sierra Leone.
And you think so you get the expertise?
I'm very sure that I get that expertise there for lead that process.
We go can look into that expertise and your experience and how you plan for use your experience for transform plans to development in terms of national politics. The program na midday show in name na Sori Suleiman Sise, flag bearer aspirant for the All People's Congress Party. As he did na the program today for talk about the intention and plans for Sise a win the symbol and the APC party, and also which are some of the things that we don't put in place for transform the country. The program midday show, they consist of the program. We'll go for this break.
This time we come to Salon, so we know it's not the team, the man them fits come together, cause no other person who can for make Salon pass we. Listen to the lyrics, the message, learn some lesson and get some blessing. Go to altar we for Yegi, then they shoot and they loot. The man they don't die, or them picking they cry. The problem just a pile, nobody know they smile. And because you talk just a double, people they grumble, say they not go able, the country not stable, waiting for do. Now for stop the effects, make use of waiting we get, forgive and forget. Now we swell a bit of medicine, so we go well. It's God the blessing, Salon go well. That's when they walk go day, and then go they pay. Then big business man go come, so we say we come. Work man go call it tool, picking go to school. We go travel up and down, it's go plenty na tongue. They want to sing or play, but set go get small. This total lie, we go try it and vibe of us. That we thank God for this one what?
Salon Milan, Salon Milan, Salon now we own. Salon for me, Salon for you, Salon for we all. To wait the gun, to wait the gun, let we let go run. To wait the gun, to wait the gun, let we get some fun.
The border Salon man there.
The program na midday show and they come to you from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. I still get Sori Suleiman Sise, when a flag bearer aspirant na the All People's Congress Party. As earlier inside the program, it don't get background about himself and in political life as well as in public life. We go can look at the intention and how we plan for use the experience we don't get both at the public sector and also other areas there for transform the country if we win the flag bearer symbol now the All People's Congress Party. Continue for the with me now the program. Inside the program, we they take another material outside the chairperson for the Salon Forum of African Bar Association, Tijan Ahmed Israel Jar. Don't say the association enforced contribution to the Salon legal system now for bring unity between the Lawyer Society and the Bar Association. A talk this way, then be they launch the Salon Forum of African Bar Association for support the work way other local legal body them done they do for advocate on issues where they in line with human interest and legal justice. A talk more about this to Jaffa Man Davis inside this interview.
The African Bar Association a professional body where they unite lawyers them, national bar associations different African countries and law societies there across Africa. And then be created in 1971 for me serve as a continental voice of the legal profession in Africa, and also for promote one, the rule of law, 2, human rights, 3, judicial independence, and 4, good governance in Africa. So in essence, the African Bar Association are like the umbrella body for national bar associations in Africa. And the African Bar Association gets the structure who get the African Bar Council. The African Bar Council are the main decision making body. They will get the executive them. So right now, of course, the headquarters in Abuja, Nigeria. And because the African Bar Association, they operate as the umbrella body, in need branches within the African Bar Association we can call forum or chapter. So each and every country, whether in a Portuguese-speaking African country, French-speaking African country, English-speaking African country, or Arabic-speaking African country, they all get different branches or different fora of the African Bar Association. And we now don't get to you when at the Sierra Leone African Bar Association Sierra Leone Forum.
Okay, this one don't begin operating in Salon?
Well, the African Bar Association Forum been established for a while.
Na Salon?
Na Salon, but what we intend for do now for launch for maybe very effective and active. May they know the purpose of its existence or its establishment and how best it is serve the interest of Sierra Leoneans and lawyers as a whole.
What's in a role inside the legal space na salon na?
Well, the general role of the Bar Association, African Bar Association of Sierra Leone Forum, are the same as the general role of the continental body.
So all of this means when I get for the pool world na do on different things the way they happen, we get for do it law misuse or for put the law in supremacy above all things.
Yes, of course, the African Bar Association has always been vociferous, always done the stand against infractions of the rule of law, any side that evaluates human rights, any side in countries where there are no judicial independence, of course, Sierra Leone is not exempted, who side and get bad governance, etc. So the African Bar Association, through the different fora in different African countries, has raised its voice, unified voice for condemn anything with evaluate human rights or with the against democracy. African Bar Association has always voiced its concerns over the infractions in the.
So obviously, don't make it clear say the difference there between in the Salon Forum of African Bar Association and the Sierra Leone Bar Association. But how they all two they complement each other effort?
So the African Bar Association Sierra Leone Forum is not a rival to the National Bar Association of Sierra Leone. Okay, now Sierra Leone Bar Association is recognized by the Constitution, by certain statutes in this country. Similarly, we know the Bar Association is not a rival to Law Society or any other body of legal professionals or association of legal professionals. We come for complement each other, but as it has always been the case, not only in Sierra Leone, there are times the National Bar Association not go vociferous enough for move certain things where will cause change within the national setting. Then the National Bar Association can then invite or can work with the African Bar Association to ensure that whatever wrong that has been done within that country or whatever the problem is, then come out with a unified voice for either condemner or for try for resolver.
After this launch, what's next for this forum?
Well, after the launch, the forum will embark on several activities which will come out to the people of Sierra Leone for a rebut. We cause of actions we'll get for take. But paramount among for now is the fact that cause the legal profession for be divided. So what we want to do is to bring mediation between the Bar Association and Lawyer Society and to ensure that we speak as one profession at this country. We are important to either politicians or business people or any other group of people because we are lawyers in the first place. And unless the legal profession stands in unity and condemns issues or wrongdoing with one voice, we not remove issues.
So ahead of this launch, we go happen today. What are the message to lawyers and the public?
Well, first of all, the launch now at the Freetown International Conference Center at 10 a.m. We are expecting dignitaries, government functionaries, members of the civil society, of course, members of the Fourth Estate, and we're also expecting guests, international guests from other sister countries. And of course, we expect some executive members from the African Bar Association itself to can grace the occasion. So basically, we expect lawyers.
That the chairperson for the Salon Forum of African Bar Association, Tijan Ahmed Israel Jar, they talked to Jaffa Davis inside the interview. They also said their first contribution to the Salon legal system and for bringing unity between the Lawyer Society and the Bar Association. I still get Suri Suleiman Sisi with a flag bearer aspirant for the All People's Congress Party. Let me look into your experience and some of your plans there. If you be the flag bearer aspirant of the All People's Congress Party, what's now your first step towards development?
Okay, thank you very much. I think when you talk about steps in development, I think Dande will be guided even by the philosophy where you get about that. my own strong thinking now that Sierra Leone gets enough potential and enough hardworking people them for we will transform this country and get better lives than we get now. And so now then they guide the Army one approach the work of transforming Sierra Leone. So I can say my own vision now really how to make Sierra Leone livable, workable, and affordable. But before I go deep into that, the first thing like you mentioned, now for make sure say we build this country in a way that we get system the way they function. Because otherwise, if you not get system the way they work, we can make the efforts. We can get some results. Like it only happen over time. I tell people say it's not like the country not only make effort to. We have been making efforts. People are working hard every day. Governments them also don't they make effort over the years. But because the system then still not they function efficiently, you find out say we go make some small gain on one side, make some small gain yonder, but overall we complain about the same things.
Okay, from your point, it's like the systems then presently not they work.
They not they work as efficiently as they're supposed to work.
What's not the work?
We na day we get the gap.
What's so far not the work?
Take an example of agriculture. One of the big challenges that we'll get in this country now that over 80% of the people have been classed as food insecure. That is a big, for me, emergency. But then does that mean that we're not on the plant over time? People on the plant year in, year out. But for let we able address that issue of ensuring that we get the food we're able to eat sustainably and possibly even export, we forget that system for make sure say with production of seed, for instance, well structured such that year in, year out you get access to good quality seed where they go into the farming system. But if we don't have that, we will produce this year. When next year one can produce, you have quantity of seed that the country will not sufficient enough for meet the demands of everybody we don't do. It tells you there is a big break in that system we try for develop already. Then you commodity, how for plant, how for turn what you don't produce as output for add value to them. That entire system from even how you prepare your land for take food go na your table, it has to be very well structured in a way that Mr. Jackson will want for can do something na the poultry sector, for instance. There is a system na the country for make sure say when you want access land, who say if you go put that your poultry farm, the system they work. You don't need for calculate too much. There is a place where everybody know it's clear. You go there. I want land for do this agricultural activity. It's available. You go through the processes, forget them simply, and not forget that headache. From there, I need forget a way finance. I don't get me good business idea. I need financing for build me poultry house. There is a system that responds to that you need. Way not to just because you shall be person, then they will work for you. From there, I need forget day old chicks then for put them in poultry. There is a system in the country where what you need now for go with somebody else where sometimes they produce the day old chicks and then you have that. So that is just an example of one sector.
Okay. Well,
if we're able to fix that across sectors, then it becomes easier for we for do things them in a more consistent way. We're not to just them half disparate efforts that would they make right now.
Okay, you don't talk about the agriculture sector. You talk about the challenges and how you go able to fix some of the challenges them where you don't highlight. Again, I ask this question: if you be the flag bearer and the people of Sierra Leone eventually elect you inside the 2028 general election for be the next president, what think will be your most immediate plans?
I mentioned to you already that as president, if you sit down, you see over 80% of your people no get guarantee of what they eat. That for me becomes an immediate priority.
Agriculture.
Yes, ensuring that we get food for people them for eat.
But
beyond agriculture, there are affordability issues. I mentioned this to me pillar. One of them now how to make the country affordable. So, yes, we get a big job for transform the country. But before you go into those massive things to do, there are the basics also for start with.
What are the basics? Sir?
Those basics are ensuring that, for instance, like I say, you people them able eat. So, what do you have to do?
But the present
Addressing
the present government focus on agriculture. They get a whole program when at the feed salon program. Now you self say if you be president, you've main focus na agriculture.
I say the main focus now for ensure say we people them able get what they eat. And it starts first, not just immediately to agriculture. It becomes first on how we manage the economy for make sure say people them able access food, transport, housing in an affordable way. Because if we not manage that day and address the supply chain systems them, we for make sure say possible get the food cheaper, then it becomes a challenge. But how we will do and sustainably, now for that we also produce, that's why the agriculture now come in. How we self go produce we own food, because we get the conditions we take for able to produce we own food. And like you said, government is already implementing the feed salon program. Government don't start with the building blocks for that. And I always tell people, now it starts. But one of the things we don't affect you in Sierra Leone, we are making some efforts. We not don't make the mates at that scale, we for make sure say we are short of food year in, year out. So food not to just effort where one government come and make effort in 2 years. There has to be sustainability in those. But take another need. Water. Less than 20% of the people have given access to potable water. That for me has to be a priority. Especially where we get water all around we. That in our challenge we will not able to fix it as a country. We're supposed to be able to fix that day. Another very important one, now how to give with people their jobs. Making sure we young people will get so. And with people then generally, where they struggle for get jobs or able to take care of themselves. We create opportunities for them to able to get jobs. And when I say jobs, it's not just for let you go work for person. We for able to look at the entire ecosystem. How would they able to make sure we young people then get skills where then will become employable? Now the businesses the way they now, or some investments they will go bring in different sectors. But beyond that, you now also look at how you go develop businesses with the small businesses, let people them able that themselves go employ now. It's not just about them go finding jobs, but creating jobs and real opportunities for people.
Some of them things here so we don't highlight. Job creation, access to clean water. Now old age problem them. We don't get government in, government out. Political parties there we don't come, they don't form government, including the party where they aspire for be flag bearer. Who say go cast the blame?
So like I tell you, Jishna, me at the work might be beliefs, and one of the beliefs now that it's not that governments not only make effort, and I think I mentioned that. Everybody, every government has been making effort. But I tell you, it comes with experience, it comes with determination for move from intention to actual practical delivery.
And you think say the predecessors they not be don't get that experience before?
There have been gaps.
They not be get the experience before.
There have been gaps. Because again, leadership goes beyond just the leader where they as president. How can you mobilize a team where they able to do that one day for you? We've seen in this country where there have been presidents who get good intentions and then put people in at different sectors who also provide leadership that they area and they failed us over time. So it's not just about so we may talk about leadership, it's not just about just the president. No. It's how you get a team of people who can also lead different areas of governance and deliver results in a consistent manner. And not enough, take energy. And not enough for let we get lights for 1 year. Oh, we have a minister, we come in, work with the president, then they give it light consistently for 1 year.
Okay.
But then after that day, you begin get blackout. So that is not developed. So Naimeka, they say it's not like we have not seen results, but we have not been able to build them consistently because the system now don't be the issue we don't get to that point yet.
Okay, in name now Sori Suleiman Sise, flag bearer, aspirant of the All People's Congress Party. A lot of messages don't come inside the program. Let us take some of the messages them here. This one say, what makes your vision different from other APC flag bearer aspirants? This other message say, how will your leadership strengthen unity within the APC ahead of the national elections? This one say, why do you believe selflessness, service, and solutions are important values for leadership? This other one say, forward-thinking leadership starts with practical solutions. Sori Suleiman Sise is championing economic growth, SME empowerment, local investment, and sustainable development through the powerful vision of the triple S movement, triple S movement. This other one says, leadership is not about power, it is about service. The triple S movement continues to inspire hope through selflessness, service, and solutions. Sori Suleiman Sise is determined to create opportunities, empower businesses, and build a better Sierra Leone for all. This other one says, the strength of the APC lies in the people. Sori Suleiman Sise continues to connect with grassroots communities through the principle of selflessness, service, and solution. He understands the daily struggles of ordinary citizens and believes economic empowerment is the key to national transformation. This other one say, APC delegates and fellow Sierra Leoneans, Sori Suleiman Sise is not only aspiring to lead the APC, but he is bringing a vision centered on economic transformation, youth empowerment, and national unity. As an economist, he understands the daily struggles of market women, bike riders, traders, SMEs, students, and unemployed youth. His interest is to build a level, workable, and affordable Sierra Leone where opportunities are available for everyone, not just a privileged few. A lot of messages in the will come for you, but we're not able to take all because of time. Wait till you respond to the messages there also, because some get questions, some the accolade in terms of your submission with them, we don't make that the program. Wait till you take on the messages in there.
Yes, I mean, I would take the opportunity for thank me people the way they listen and the one the way take time for also send messages. But very important questions they don't come up now. What will make me vision different from other people? I can say my own vision is different because it's centered on people. How for make the life of the ordinary Sierra Leonean better. But the key difference also is not just about crafting the vision. It's about the experience where me with the lead this vision get in ensuring that what we craft as a vision, we can deliver it successfully. And like I say, that is where the gap has been. It's not in putting together plans. There have been plans. If you open any ministry, any book, you see beaucoup policies and strategies. But how from move them one day from plan to actual implementation, that is why I have sufficient experience where the practical evidence of that, you see I'm everywhere in the country. Everywhere I don't work, I say road day, they go there, they see the road day. I don't help for build agricultural facilities for storage and processing, they are there. The bridges and roads where I don't provide leadership for make sure say we deliver, then they. And that is the kind of practical experience we come with that vision day. That for me is a marked difference. Somebody talk about plans for unity. This is a very important part for we in the party, the APC, and also even in the country Sierra Leone. I come as that person where I'm very humble by nature. I respect people their own opinions and views about things. And as I did in the APC, me na one of those aspirants who not get any issue with any other flag bearer with their own impact or any faction in the party. So I get what it takes for able to lead that process, for galvanize everybody around a common vision where the APC forgets for win the next election and lead the process of transforming Sierra Leone. But somebody mentioned also about selflessness, service, solutions. I mean, that's not like a slogan to we. Because for me, SSS, not to just Suri Sulaiman say, it marked by what me don't sabi all of my life. Now for provide selfless service, but with evidence-based solutions. But one way I need for also talk about, now, a part of my vision, I talk about making Sierra Leone workable. I mentioned to you, say, Sierra Leoneans are not idle people. Me, I not subscribe to any view like that. Sierra Leoneans are very hard-working people. All they see the effort where they happen. Now, how for turn that effort, for let them benefit the people, that's what we have to focus on. And for me, that is an area where I get for emphasize very, very strongly. Because if you have SMEs across Sierra Leone, small businesses, market women, Okada riders, keke riders, transporters, but we also have young people where they graduate every day or every year. We have to be able to develop those ones into an important ecosystem for let them get productive businesses where they're able to employ other people, they're able to contribute to the economy of Sierra Leone, and then also their own welfare and well-being as individuals, families, and communities.
Like any other politicians would say, they get a political base. For Suri Sulaiman Sise, which partner the country would describe as your political base?
Me I born as na Putloko district and I tap na the western area rural district, but I would tell you say me own political base na everywhere in Sierra Leone because I have been somebody we don't DD. Over 20 years working in communities, no community not in Asalo we go, we go ace me and people do not tell you say yes, we can attest to waiting this person able do. And would it be as a person? Because I have related with them, I don't work with them, they don't see me character. And I can easily pass for all of them please they ask me on stronghold them.
Okay. As we round up the program, you did live on air. Now if you get the opportunity for talk to the delegates them, now the APC party, when I them get for make the decision for choose who that for lead the APC party at the 2028 general election, what's now your message to them delegates them there?
My message don't always be clear. And that are the fact say those delegates in the APC, we come reach them, get the unique opportunity for choose who that who can lead the process of transforming Sierra Leone. Because Sierra Leone is yearning for the APC. So APC now get the solutions where we can help pull we out of the current challenges that we get as a country. And those delegates are the ones who get that unique opportunity for select the next flag bearer of the party. And I come to them, like I don't meet them all across the country, for tell them, say, me, when I them picking, come with that understanding. APC na a grassroots party, we say. I am one of them. I understand what they go through. And those people with the suffer, so now people them. When we lead the process of transforming the country, they can be assured that we will take account of their own interests. Because not to stranger them. Now we own very people them. And we can do well using the experience we don't get, using the connections we don't get, both locally and internationally, for able help them transform those problems to real results. And me they ask for an opportunity. And like I don't say everywhere. If you call me names on side and you as a delegate convince I not get what it takes in terms of humility, I not get what it takes in terms of capacity, I not don't demonstrate them enough, then don't look my way. But when you believe strongly that yes, by my nature, I don't live now for many, many years and don't work now, I have very good relationships across. I get the ability for unite the party, and I get the capacity, the experience for understanding the way the public sector they work, and how if we work with the private sector, and how for lead that process for bringing with development partners in for work with we as a country. if you are sure that I have that experience, and you can check to confirm that I have that experience, then give me a chance, give me another opportunity for serve this country in a higher capacity as President of Sierra Leone. And then we'll all work together for change the lives, not just for we serve today, but for build the foundations we begin them tomorrow will come stand on for continue for move this country go before.
One for say plenty thank you to Suri Suleiman Sise, flag bearer aspirant of the All People's Congress Party, who will take you time for be part of the program today.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jackson. Thank you very much to we people that we listen and follow to this program. Thank you very much.
Well, plenty thank you for where you take it home for be part of the program today. In name now Suri Suleiman Sise, flag bearer aspirant at the All People's Congress Party. Inside the program today, come talk about the intention and plans for move the country forward if it become the flag bearer and the people of Salone elect him for be the next president inside the 2028 general election. Well, Fambulan, because of time now, this edition of the program, Midday Shugulefi for today. Plenty thank you to me producer Theodore Agena, Jaffarmans Davis. We make una see we live now with social media handles, and also DJ Lulu for technical support. So till we meet again, me na Adeyemi Jackson, they say goodbye.
Radio Democracy, the true voice of the people.